very excited to dip into this. I have yet to do it, and I have no idea what look I'm going to be creating, but here is a little peek as to the before and after to see if it's something that you would like to stick around to see. I do not see any kind of possibility in this palette for a wash color. And as you know, I really like to do that, an all over wash color, something matte and appropriate for really easing the blending process quite a bit. And it also just sort of, if you're into painting and you know what gesso is, it really sets the canvas for that beautiful sort of look that we're after, and it does make blending so much easier. So I actually need one, and I'm going to go ahead and go into the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette here. They have a great one. It's the butter yellow sort of vanilla color right here. I love it because there is just the tiniest little bit of yellow in here, and yellow is quite brightening, and I think it's a beautiful wash color. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that. My favorite sort of blender brush, my cheater blending brush, finally the handle came off, and I just need to sort of glue it back on there. I love this blending brush because of the bristles that are used. They don't hold on to pigment, so I can just sort of wipe it off in between, and it's my favorite little blending brush. So I need to fix that. I'm going to be dipping into this color here. Beautiful. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pounce it in. Wow, the payoff is great. Gorgeous color. And I'm just going to be really careful. I don't want to actually take it too far. I don't want to take it too far down in here. I'm going to wipe this off. I think I loaded it up a little too much. And I'm gonna just kind of start blending this after it's where exactly I want it to be. I'm gonna take my blending brush here. I'm gonna get the other eye caught up. All right, the next color I'm going to be putting all over my mobile lid is going to be this one here. Okay, so let's just start packing this color right in. Beautiful. Wow, this is a gorgeous color. Now, if you notice, I am kind of lightly blending it up. I think when you're doing any kind of sort of smoky eye, it's really important to do some really great blending and definitely create some depth. It's not, a smoky eye isn't just about using one color and putting it just sort of like on your eyelid and blending it up. A really pretty smoky eye is going to have some really nice depth to it. I'm going to take the same brush, I think it'll work fine, and I'm going to load it up with that same color. I'm going to tap it off really well, and I'm going to wrap it underneath my lower lash line as well. Always kind of blending that application out too. I even kind of want to bring it down just a little lower because I really do want this to look really smoky down there. All right, let's get the other eye caught up now. You could stop here and curl your lashes. If you like to tight line, you can tight line, and it would be very pretty. I'm going to take it just a little bit further, and I'm going to go in with this gorgeous color here. I'm going to load a little tiny dome brush, and I'm just going to intensify the outer bit of this look with this color. I'm going to lighten the pressure as I get up through here because I just really still want this to be very, very soft. So I'm very lightly it's just feathering, really. A little light pressure. And I'm going to take that down here as well. I'm even going to go in with a sort of packing e.l.f. brush, and I'm going to go into that very same deep, rich color that I just showed you. I'm going to load both sides, the tips, knocking it off very well. And I'm just going to line maybe halfway and very close to the lashes underneath with this color. All right, I'm going to get that other eye going. That's it for the eyeshadow application today. So I have these Tarte eye pencils, and I am so excited to try out their deep golden plum, I think is what it's called. And also I'm going to be using their black. These are, I've not tried this particular eye pencil brand before. I've tried Tarte, obviously, but I've not used these particular eye pencils. We'll see how creamy they are and if they will be workable in, you know, the tight line and the water line. So underneath the top lash after I curl, because if you curl your lashes before you tight line, it gets them out of the way and it makes it so much easier, I found. So I'm going to curl and tight line with the black. And then down in the waterline, I am going to go in with this gorgeous plum color. So let's get going on that. We'll see if these are at all creamy. These are the twisty kind, so you do not have to sharpen, and I prefer that so much. Oh, very nice. Very creamy. Wow. I think I like this even better than my favorite Sigma. These are beautiful for tight lining. I do like to scrub right underneath the lashes as well as getting it sort of on the actual tight line. I do like to kind of go under and scrub underneath that lash line. Now I'm going to use this gorgeous plum color. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's take I'll do it on here. I got some foundation on that. So it's very deep. Let me swatch for you the black so we can compare really kind of. So there is a difference, obviously, here. Before we get going on the eyebrows, I'm going to go ahead and put some mascara on. I'm using the Better Than Sex mascara, so I'm going to do the uppers and lowers, and I will be right back. All right, so I'm going to go in now and do my brows. I use Benefit products. They're waterproof. Most brow products are, I'm thinking. So it stays all day, and brows are so very important. And for me, it's twofold, because if I know I'm going to be wearing a certain wig that may have a darker root or whatever that color is, I have to make sure that it looks realistic with whatever wig I'm wearing or whatever topper or whatever I'm wearing in the ways of helper hair. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do this now, and I will be back. I always start my brows with Foolproof Brow Powder. This is in palette number 5. It's got dark brown and darker brown. Don't know if you can tell, but there are 2 different colors there. And as I showed in my last eye look, I just sort of take it and I use both colors just right away. I'm going to go in with a tinted brow gel by Benefit as well called Gimme Brow, and I believe this is 4.5. Now, after I do put that on, I still go over the top with the 24-hour clear brow gel. And that's because sometimes, especially when the tinted brow gel is quite new, it can be a little gloppy. And this will kind of take care of that, smooth that out, and it separates the hairs that I do have once again. So it gives a little bit more of a realistic, non-super made up brow, if that makes any sense to you. Not to mention, and I do need to trim my brows, I can see, not to mention it's going to, wherever you put it, right at this point, it's going to stay there for you all day long. So it really does just give a little just finished look. All right, that is it for this look today. We worked out of my brand new, I was a little late season-wise, but really loving this pumpkin spice palette here. Not only is the actual palette itself quite gorgeous, I am impressed with the payoff. I think these are really superior compared to even past Too Faced palettes, and I love Too Faced eyeshadows. These just really performed exceptionally well. So beautiful, and this would have been gorgeous for the fall. But you know, I'm going to be creating other looks out of this that are going to be gorgeous for the coming season as well. Maybe I'll do my holiday look out of this one. So don't think it's over because it's just the fall season is gone. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching to the very end, thank you so much. Let me know down below. I want to know how many of you actually do sit through these and actually watch to the very end. Say, hey Jill, I watched to the end, and I will give you a thumbs up and a comment for sure. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.